Hi, this is Patrick from EZTrackIt, and I'm going to go over reports. So this is our overview on reports, and specifically we're going to talk about the reporting page, some graphs, and how to run reports. But this is going to be just an overview. There's going to be two additional videos, one showing about how to do reports in detail for summary view, and another one for list view. But first you need to understand what those two things are. So that's what I'm going to do now. So from anywhere, if you have the permissions to do this, go ahead and click Reports. And the first thing you'll see is this cool little graph. Now, if you hover over each of these items, you could see that different line items will be highlighted. And if you remove something like say I unclick Printed, I can make stuff come and go, and you can see how the graph is dynamic and it adjusts for those things, which is kind of neat. I just think it looks cool, frankly. But also you can hover over any given day, and when you do that, you can see in detail the date, and then all the things we track, how many were printed, whether or not you got signatures, etc. All that stuff is right there. You can do that by day, by month, or by week if you want to take a look at a specific day. It really gives you a good idea of what's going on. And so you could say, well, hey, what happened here? It's like, oh, well, that's a weekend day, you know. But it makes things nice and clear, and I think it's great. We like it a lot. Anyway, moving on. Let's take a look at reports. Here we have some of our standard reports. In fact, I'll increase the number per page here to 10 so you can see them all. We currently have 8 standard reports. We add more from time to time as we need them. And if you like a report, you can run it. And let's say you click run and it runs whatever report that is. You want to see all packages that are 15 days overdue, but you realize it's not quite what you want. It's close, but not quite. Well, we allow you can't edit the standard reports, but you can clone them. If you hit this button, it'll pull up that report. You can give it a new name, and it'll save into your custom reports, which are down here. And you can have as many of these as you like. This account has 28 of them. So that's kind of nice. And once you save that report, you could save it forever. I'm not going to go into a tremendous amount of detail on this video. I will on the next two. However, I want to show you the difference between a list view and a summary view. So let's say I want to take a look at this year's packages by carrier. I have two, this year's packages and this year's by carrier. They're very similar. And so when I run that report, this is this year's packages by carrier. And you can see this is what we call a summary view. In other words, we're breaking it down by carrier. There were 251 that were system generated, there were 98 from YRC, there was 30 from courier. I'm not going to list them all, that's kind of tedious. But you can see each carrier and the number. And on the bottom, you can see the total number of packages during that time period. Whereas, if we ran a list report, it would look like this. And here is each and every package individually. So the advantage of the summary is that you can see sort of at a distance what's going on, sort of a big picture. But when you need to get into the nitty-gritty and say, I want to do something to some of these packages, maybe I want to list it by recipient name or whatever it is you want to do, that's when you want to go with this particular view, which is a list view. Within list view, you could do things like select 2 or 3 of them, and you can do an action like you could send a reminder message, or you could check those packages out. You can always print and export this whole report. In fact, I can do a print report if you want to see what that looks like. And it's the same thing here with the summary. So as it prints out, it's just a little better formatted for being on a piece of paper, okay, as opposed to this. And here I can do the same thing. I can print the report or I can export it. So if we export it, it would go into a CSV file, so something you can open in Microsoft Excel. And if we print it up, it looks like this, right? So there's different ways we can print stuff. That's it for now on reports. We're going to go into a lot more detail on the other reports where I show you how to create a custom report. First one that is a summary report, and then the other one will be a list report. But if you do have any questions at all, just chat with support, give us a shout, and if there's anything else, just let us know.